Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Keith here from Command the Hoop Celtic. Hello from sunny Dublin. Absolute cracker of a day out there. And okay, I hope you've had a great bank holiday wherever you are in the UK, or if you're watching in Ireland. Our bank holidays next week. Yup. But I'm here to talk about the next Celtic manager. If you could do me a favour, folks, if you can hit the subscribe button, thumbs up, thumbs down, comment below, would be really appreciated. So obviously after the Eddie Howe disaster on Friday, alarm bells are ringing around all the fans, social media networks going crazy. And then Paddy Power had emerged that this guy, former Australian boss, which is currently managing Yokohama Marinos, Nakamura's previous team, and Postecoglou. Can't pronounce it right, folks. I was going to call him Ange, right? This guy's managed obviously a Melbourne Victory, Brisbane Roar, and he's managing the J League. The stumbling block is he doesn't have a UEFA license. UEFA don't recognise these coaching badges to be up to standard to manage in any UEFA club, to be honest with you. So I'm not a fan of him. I looked him up. I done my research. I did hit him a low blow on Saturday morning saying that it's another Ronnie Doyle. But to be honest with you, Ronnie Doyle actually had UEFA badges. Look at Ange got Australia to the 2014 World Cup. He failed in his first hurdle to not qualify through the Asian qualifiers, and getting beaten by teams at 120th ranked in the world for Australian standards wasn't good enough. He doesn't sell himself well to the media. There's an interview, if you want to look at on YouTube, 10 years ago. He got absolutely slated on Australian television, and he got really smart, so he couldn't be liable for what he done, not getting his team into the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. I don't rate him. I don't think he's near standards of Celtic. Maybe perhaps Hibs or Aberdeen, but he's not at Celtic standards. This is a club, as we all know, that are trying to get back from losing a championship. An awful season last season. Going from the heights of having speculation of, Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe's a marquee manager in the Premier League. He's done a lot for Bournemouth, getting them where they were to there. And I know they're in the championship, but you know what? Five seasons in the English Premier League is not a bad shout for a team like Bournemouth, getting them up from League 2 to League 1. But Eddie Howe's in the dust now. I think it's a disgrace. I think the club have no ambition looking at this man. This man has no European football experience. How is he meant to sell Celtic Football Club to potential targets that are outside Scotland, or maybe not playing in Britain? How is he meant to do that? Or him and Fergal Harkin, that's linked with the job as the director of football. I don't think it's good enough. I think it's very cheap. I think it's very sly dig. I know there's been talks. Tom Rogers came out and said last week that he wants to stay at Celtic and fight for his career. So he must have known something about this speculation. I just don't think it's enough to get the fans confident going into next season to believe that we're going to have a full stadium. We're going to take this title back from Rangers, because at the moment, at this time, Riddle's out for next season. I know a ball hasn't been kicked. I just think with players, some players, contracts up, question marks over Edward, question marks over Oyer, Callum, Lee Griffiths, goalkeeper situation. We're in an absolute mess at the moment. And I don't think this man can come in and do a job. If he was to come in, it'd be a head coach position, but he has to do all these badges. So hopefully he doesn't get it. Really do. He's 1 to 9 at the moment to get it. Second linked with is Lucien Favre. Now Lucien Favre, massive pedigree. He's worked at two big clubs in Germany, Borussia Mönchengladbach and Borussia Dortmund. We all know who Dortmund is. He won the German Cup back in 2019 with Borussia Dortmund. Champions League experience, Europa League experience. He managed Nice as well when the likes of Ben Arfa was there and Balotelli. So he's obviously worked in the French League. He's worked in the Swiss League as well. He helped FC Zurich win the Swiss League ahead of Young Boys and Basel back in 2005, and he won the cup as well. So I like the idea of this guy. He's 9 to 1. He knows his stuff. His English is not bad. He's been around the game for over 15 years in management. I'd take him. I really would take him. I think why not? Like, his Bundesliga experience is a massive thing. He also managed Hertha Berlin as well. They're a big team in Germany. So why not? Definitely not. Now there's a few people I'm going to talk about previous Celtic managers, previous players that have been linked as well. Frank Lampard is linked with the job. 16-1 at the moment. Frank Lampard, I can't see him coming to Celtic. I think he's going to hold off for a championship job. That's where he was best suited. Look, he done well at Chelsea the previous season to last season, where he got them 4th place, got them an FA Cup final. They had a transfer embargo. Done pretty well. Obviously, it didn't work out for him. He had a few boys that came in from Germany, Werner, and then Havertz didn't really play well for him. So I wouldn't mind Lampard. I really want. I think he'd be a better candidate to the likes of Roy Keane, which I'm going to talk about. Roy Keane hasn't managed the club in 10 years. He's been around the scenes with Martin O'Neill in the Irish setup. He was in the Villa setup as well with Paul Lambert and O'Neill again in Nottingham Forest. Roy Keane, obviously aggressive man, knows his football inside out. Phenomenal captain for Manchester United. Football has changed. He done well at Sunderland. Done an awful job at Ipswich Town. It's really a kind of, do you take him because Celtic Football Club? Is it another cheap option for Dermot Desmond? This guy has been knocking at the door for 6 years. He was linked with the job back in 2016 before Brendan came in. He was linked with the job when Ronnie Doyle back in 2014. And according, he done the interview, and he didn't like the style of the interview, the way the club was rolled out to him. So what has changed since then? We have Dominic McCoy in to sell him the goods. I don't really know about Roy Keane, but if Roy Keane comes in ahead of Ange, I'd accept that. I just don't. I think this is like literally buying a product from Wish. You're getting a knockoff, getting this Ange guy. It's not worth it. So Chris Wilder, 20-1. Chris Wilder done well at Sheffield United, getting them up from the Championship to the Premier League, getting them a top 10 finish. Unfortunately, it didn't work out last season. It was just a disaster for him. I like the way he speaks to the media. I like the way he approaches his real man manager. I wouldn't mind taking him once he doesn't bring McBurney with him. McBurney's not welcome at Celtic Park. Martin O'Neill, 16-1. Martin had his time at Celtic. Glamorous times of Martin O'Neill. Some great moments. We had a European final. We won a treble. We had some great Champions League nights with Martin O'Neill. We can't forget about him wearing the socks, the track bottoms tucked in, and them knee jumps. Unbelievable. But Martin O'Neill, his legacy of football has died. The game has changed so much since he was last managing properly for a big team. I wouldn't call Nottingham Forest a big team. No disrespect. I know they won 2 European Cups, but they haven't been in the Premier League in a long time. No, I wouldn't take Martin O'Neill. Definitely wouldn't take him. He's had his time. Don't tarnish his legacy that he left with the club. Definitely not. Gordon Strachan, 80-1. Gordon Strachan, I met Gordon a couple of times. I like the guy. I wouldn't mind Gordon Strachan ahead of Ange, ahead of Roy Keane. Gordon Strachan knows the club inside out. Obviously does a lot of work for Celtic TV. He has to offload his son if he's to come in. Champions League manager, got to the last 16 on 2 different occasions. He won 2 League Cups. He won 3 Scottish Leagues. He won a Scottish Cup for Celtic. Why not? Why not? He's a man manager. He's hard as nails. Gordon, wouldn't mind him. Wouldn't mind him at Celtic. It's not a bad show. Don't know if him and Kennedy's number 2. He's obviously worked with Kennedy when Kennedy was a player at Celtic before he got the bad injury. There's going to be people that are going to be linked to this job, but overall, Lucien Favre would be my ideal show. He's came out the woodwork. There's Di Matteo, which is 25-1 as well. There's Roberto Martinez, which is 30-1. Roberto Martinez has a good thing going with Sean Maloney at Celtic, but the thing is about Roberto Martinez is his missus is from Motherwell and she's unhappy in Belgium. So that could happen. Him and Shawnee could come to Celtic after the Euros. We'll have to see. Steve Clark, a lot of people want Steve Clark in. Steve Clark has something going on well with the Tartan Army. I like Steve Clark. I don't know if he's willing to take the Celtic job because of obviously what happened with Rangers back in Ibrox, and he said he has no links to Glasgow Celtic even though his family are Celtic fans. The whole sectarian side of it he looks as he said, in the west part of Scotland. I don't know about Steve Clark. I like him. He's done a good job at West Bromwich, done a good job at Kilmarnock, done obviously skint the teeth to get into the Euros, but he got there. I wouldn't mind him. I really wouldn't mind. So folks, let us know what you think. Who would be your manager? Do you think that we should hold off and get this lad Ange from Japan. That's currently managing Japan. He's a Greek Australian, by the way. Think we should hold off and get him, give him the chance and keep the faith malarkey? Or do you think we should go in for someone that's European experience, that has the taste of playing Europa League, playing big derbies, managing in Germany, playing the big games? Let us know what you think, because it's crucial. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do me a favour, just press it. I'm on the road to 6k. It would be really appreciated. Take care yourselves. All the very best. Hell.